this one goes away, that one goes away.
I was thinking it was one of the later JVCs. This was.
Sorry. Good morning, everybody. We're currently live on CBS 19 Plus as well as YouTube and Facebook. So thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm CBS 19 meteorologist Joel Robinson. We're currently tracking some active weather on our CBS 19 live radar. Currently non-severe thunderstorms, but definitely some gusty winds and potentially heavy downpours are going to be possible within these storms. They're now closing in on the I-20 corridor at this time. They're moving through Wood County and parts of Rains County and Van Zant County as well. Timing this out here, it's moving at about 20 miles per hour to the south. It's expected to reach Tyler around 11:17 a.m. Longview by 11:13. 11:06 a.m. it'll be in Canton, and about 11 a.m. it'll be in Hideaway. So that's kind of the big story here. Again, these are non-severe thunderstorms, but certainly if you are driving along I-20 or planning on driving along I-20 today, at least this point right now, we are expecting a line of strong to not severe thunderstorms, but definitely some strong thunderstorms to be moving into the area. And again, they're not moving very fast. They're only moving at about 20 miles per hour. So that gives it plenty of opportunity for things to flood over a little bit. We're not expecting any flash flooding by any means, but certainly some wet roadways, low visibilities, and maybe some small ponding over the roadways as this continues to move through. Again, it's going to be over I-20 within the next few minutes here. And again, it's going to be in the Tyler area around 11:17, Longview by 11:13. 11:06 it'll be in Canton and Hideaway at 11 a.m. So that is what we're tracking at the moment. On top of that, we do have a level 1 out of 5 risk issued for severe weather this afternoon. This is issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. This basically means that anywhere in this green highlighted area, there will be a chance for a few storms to be strong to severe. We're only talking about maybe 1 or 2, so a very marginal risk. That's what this is, basically. Isolated marginal risk for severe thunderstorms. So we are expecting maybe a couple of thunderstorms to produce maybe some gusty winds and some hail as well. We're not expecting any tornado threat today, but we are watching a cold front to be moving into the area, and that's going to create a little bit of extra lift, a little bit of extra nudge to really get some stronger thunderstorms that could potentially reach severe limits today. Again, we're not expecting too much of a widespread risk, maybe a couple of thunderstorms. Out of the storms that do develop across this green shaded area will reach those severe limits this afternoon. We got this round that's coming in right now as we're tracking on our CBS 19 live radar, and then we potentially could have another round as we get into this afternoon. We're just going to have to keep watching CBS 19 live radar very closely. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony will be in later today. He'll provide some updates for you as the day goes forward. Now we have the heat as well. That's one key ingredient for the development for some thunderstorms and maybe even occasional severe weather. So we got the heat that creates an area of instability. We need instability to get these storms going, and we also have the humidity. You combine those together, we also have heat advisories and just dangerous heat all across the area that go until 7 p.m. this evening and goes for most of East Texas. So of course, make sure you are drinking water and make sure you are finding areas with AC. Definitely make sure you are limiting your time outdoors today, especially when it's not raining and it's just pure sunshine and heat across the board here. So again, heat advisories in effect for much of East Texas until 7 p.m. this evening. This is kind of the main story that we're watching, on top of the rain chances, which will give us a little bit of relief from time to time today, thankfully, and then we'll be even cooler as we work our way into tomorrow. So it feels like forecast, this is around 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. You can see that it's kind of factoring in those rain showers and thunderstorms into the area, so it'll feel a little bit cooler in some spots. But while it's not raining, we have that potential to feel like at least 105 to 110, which is why that heat advisory is in effect for much of East Texas. But thankfully, we do have some rain chances coming into the area. We also have a cold front that will be cooling things down quite a bit, especially as we get into tomorrow. Here's future skycast. Here is that cold front. We have additional showers and thunderstorms that could potentially develop as we work our way into the later half of today and even into tomorrow morning as well. Some post-frontal showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility through tomorrow morning and even into parts of tomorrow afternoon. Heavy downpours certainly not out of the question. Not expecting any severe weather at this time, but certainly some strong storms are going to be possible with some torrential rainfall, maybe some gusty winds that may or may not reach 40+ miles per hour. Again, we're not expecting anything severe tomorrow by any means. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep you updated on that as we go into tomorrow. But today, couple storms that may develop will have that chance to be strong to severe. So 40% chance for today, 40% chance for tomorrow, around the same coverage as today. That's kind of what that means there. So both days will feature some scattered thunderstorms that will be moving through the area, and then we dry out for the weekend. We should have plenty of sunshine, but those temperatures will be rebounding back into the middle to upper 90s before another cold front pushes in as we go into Monday and Tuesday. We're talking about temperatures potentially in the upper 80s for daytime highs by the time we get to Tuesday. That's really, really nice. We're going to be definitely below average at that point, but we will certainly take it, especially after the hot temperatures we've been seeing, right? So Hurricane Erin, let's keep an eye on that for a second here. So now a Category 2. The outer bands are starting to make its way onto the North Carolina coast there. We do have tropical storm warnings in effect. So it's not expected to make landfall by any means, but it will come pretty close there. Some of the outer bands will eventually clip, and it looks like they are starting to clip just a little bit, so I could imagine some strong waves, rip currents, and some strong winds are ongoing along the Carolina coast right now, and it stretches all the way further north as you get into parts of Virginia, all the way into Maryland, and even off the coast of Delaware as well. And this extends all the way further to the north. As this continues to track, it does appear that it could potentially be a Category 3 hurricane as we work our way into Thursday. So that's something we do need to keep an eye on for sure. And then another thing we need to watch for here is just a train of energy that's coming off of Africa right now. We're gonna have to watch this very closely. That's obviously not over the ocean yet, but we have another area of convection off into the western parts of Africa. And then there's this area right here. It has a 40% chance of becoming a named storm within the next 48 hours as well as the next 7 days. So we're gonna have to watch that. And then further to the west, we have another area of energy that we're also watching. That has a 60% chance of development within the next 7 days. So that basically means 60% chance of it becoming a named storm. The next storm name is going to be Hurricane or Tropical Storm, I should say, Fernand. And this has that potential to potentially be that as we head into the next 7 days. Only about a 60% chance of development within the next 7 days, only about a 10% chance as we go into the next 2 days. But we are watching for more areas of energy coming right off the coast of Africa there. We call that the African easterly jet. It causes waves in our atmosphere that get these storms to go on top of the warm ocean temperatures. Those are some of the things that we need in order to get these storms to go. And it looks like we do have a train of energy that's moving out, and we're going to keep an eye on that as we go forward here. All right, let's look at your 7-day forecast here. So again, we're tracking a cold front, right? I would definitely more so call it a cool front than a cold front, because we are still going to be on the warm side, but certainly a relief compared to the past few days, especially yesterday being 100 degrees. Yep, that's right. We did hit 100 yesterday. So 96 for today. Afternoon thunderstorms, possibly even early afternoon as we go into this afternoon. We're actually already tracking some thunderstorms on our CBS 19 live radar. So thunderstorms already getting going. More thunderstorms will be a possibility as we work our way into the afternoon. And then as we head into Thursday as well, we're only down to about 93 degrees by that point, thanks to that much cooler air coming into the area, thanks to that cold front. And then we dry out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You see plenty of sunshine, plenty of opportunity to warm up. We could potentially be in the middle to upper 90s by the time we get to the weekend. And then a second cold front comes in by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday, and check Tuesday out, potentially the upper 80s by that time, and you mix that with the rain chances, yeah, it definitely makes sense. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, that's all the way next Tuesday, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that for any changes, but we definitely do have that possibility, given that the conditions next week are actually expected to be below average. Let me show you this real quick. We do have that potential in that 6 to 10 day outlook. Let me show you that real quick. For us to be below average, and especially in the Midwest. So below average temperatures likely. Another cold front comes in. This is the second cold front that comes in by next week. So below average temperatures likely in the Midwest, and then maybe a few degrees below average as we look at East Texas. That's going to be our 6 to 10 day outlook. So that's between August 26th and August 30th. Which is next week. So we have that potential to be in the upper 80s, maybe low 90s. Our average around this time of year is around 94, 95. So it's definitely a possibility given the much cooler air that will be moving in as we head into next week. So that is the next thing we are tracking. So relief is definitely coming. We have that outlook there. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and definitely look forward to that for sure. I look forward to it for sure, given that we've been so hot the past few days. So we just got to get through one more wave of heat, and then we cool down to potentially the upper 80s. Check it out. Again, we warm up, the sun comes out, we warm up to the upper 90s by Sunday. Here comes another cold front with rain chances entering next week, and then down to 89 potentially by Tuesday. I'm going to take a look at questions you guys might have. Jacksonville, I can check Jacksonville for you, Miguel. We'll check CBS19 live radar. I'm fairly confident right now that it will hit Jacksonville if this keeps on going. We have plenty of sunshine right now, so there's plenty of opportunity for the heat. There's plenty of moisture in the air too. Those are two key ingredients that we need for these thunderstorms to keep on going. And we're seeing kind of a growing trend with these thunderstorms as well. Let's put this into motion here. So yeah, it does look like it could hold together as it continues to move to the south, but I can time that out for you real quick. It's only moving at about 20 miles per hour, so it's not moving too quick, but it is starting to strengthen just a little bit. It's not severe, which is good, but it is starting to get a little bit stronger there, starting to become a little bit more organized. And even if you don't get anything from this right here, there is definitely another chance for things to develop as we head into this afternoon. We are not going to be done with this quite yet. So it's only moving about 20 miles per hour. So that's 40, 50. Yeah, so we'll just go here. So it's likely, I mean, timing it out with this track, it probably will not be there until maybe after 1 o'clock, if I had to guess there. If this keeps hanging on here, if it doesn't become outflow dominant, which means like the cold air from these thunderstorms can rush out far ahead from the base of the thunderstorm and can act as a mini cold front. But if it becomes too much, if it becomes too far along, then that means basically that it can't basically sustain itself. The atmosphere ahead of it is just too cool and too stabilized. So we'll check and see if that happens, but I do think that this is going to be hanging on. And we're going to have some live updates for you on the noon show as well. So we're going to keep an eye on this CBS19 live radar through the noon show as well. So be sure to tune in there for updates there. Again, we're going to keep an eye on this for you. I will be providing some live radar updates as well periodically through the morning. But as of right now, it's moving pretty slow. It hasn't even closed in on the I-20 corridor yet. So that's kind of what we're tracking right now. It's moving pretty slow. As for Longview, I see a question about Longview. Looks like Longview, we do have some light rain that's heading into the area. Most of the heaviest of the activity is just to the west over Mineola and parts of Smith County, Van Zant, Wood County. Let's put this into motion now real quick. So it looks like maybe light to moderate rain. We'll see if this actually gets going a little bit. Now, if you look right here in Longview, there's like a little area where there's like just this curved green just past Longview. That's that outflow boundary. Now, if that becomes a little bit too far from the base of the thunderstorm, then it's likely going to be weakening. But we also have a cold front that will keep things going as well. So we have that opportunity for it to keep going just from the cold front. But if I had to answer your question very quickly, Longview, expect light to moderate rain at this point. We'll keep an eye on that for you through this morning. I do think there is the opportunity for it to strengthen into maybe more of a heavier rain, maybe a few claps of thunder, but for right now, definitely looking like it will rain within the next 30 minutes or so. Actually, let's time this out for you. We'll time out some of the eastern locations of this storm here. So again, 20 miles per hour. It's a very slow mover. Oops, that was my mistake. Let me do this. It's moving very slow. And another thing, light rain, for an extended period of time can rack up those rainfall amounts here. Okay, so it'll be in Longview by about 11:30 this morning. For right now, again, we're expecting light to moderate rain. Looks like it did kind of fall apart just a little bit, and that outflow boundary kind of advancing ahead of it, so it's kind of losing its cold air a lot, so we'll see kind of what happens there. But yeah, you bet. You stay safe, of course, and stay dry. And again, we're going to keep you updated throughout the morning here. I'll have some updated information for you on the noon show. Of course, we're going to take a look at CBS 19 Live Radar once we get to the noon show, and we'll give you updates from there. But for now, this is kind of what we're working with. So again, if you're heading, west or east, on I-20, it's closing in. Expect some heavy downpours within the next 30 minutes or so if you're heading in that direction. But again, we're going to keep an eye on this for you. We'll have some updated information for you by the time the noon show starts. So I hope to see you there. But for now, stay dry, stay safe, and stay weather aware. We do have that severe weather risk in place for today, so make sure to stay weather aware. Download our CBS 19 weather app. Make sure those notifications are on. Find multiple ways of getting weather alerts today. There is that chance, again, for severe weather today with gusty winds and large hail. Non-zero tornado threat. It's very, very low end. But I think, again, we're looking at more of a gusty wind threat for today. So again, stay weather aware. We'll keep you updated. The CBS 19 weather experts will keep you updated through today. And for now, we're going to go ahead and sign off.